Hi and welcome to the cake tip. Today we're going to be making awesome jam donuts. First of all, you're going to need a small bowl to place half a cup of dates into. These dates we shall use later on in the recipe. We're just going to allow them to soak for a little while to soften up. Top them with boiling water just so that they're covered. Pop the bowl of dates to one side and so that we can continue on with the rest of the recipe. In another bowl, you're going to need to place 1 tablespoon of white chia seeds, plus half a cup of coconut flour. And then 1 full cup of natural cashews, not salted or roasted, just natural cashews. You're going to place all of your ingredients into a food processor and then process it until it's like a flour. If you're lucky enough to have a Thermomix, it will be 5 seconds on speed 7. And this is the outcome that you're looking for. In the same bowl, you're going to place 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. This is to give it the doughy flavouring in the mix. Followed by half a tablespoon of almond butter. And 1 tablespoon of cashew butter. Once you've got all of this into your bowl, you're then going to pop this back in your food processor and process again, and you'll find that it's become far more combined. If you have a Thermomix, this is 10 seconds on speed 7. This is the result you're looking for. So it's become a little bit sticky, not fully sticky, but just enough that it's starting to stick together. Now we're going to take our dates and make sure they're drained, and they should be lovely and soft and easy to squish together so they're going to blend lovely. You're going to add just a little pinch of nutmeg just to increase the flavouring, and then add your dates to your bowl as well, and you're going to process the whole of this, and it should give you your end result, which you're going to roll into the donuts. Once again, if you have a Thermomix, this is 10 seconds on speed 10 this time. This is the result you're looking for. It should be easy to stick together, so it's very easy to roll. Pop your mix into another bowl as we prepare to roll our donuts. To roll our donuts, you'll have your mix in a separate bowl, and you'll need some cinnamon, just enough to cover the bottom of your bowl. You can top this up at any time if you need to. You'll also need jam, either strawberry jam or raspberry jam, whichever you prefer. If you're using sugar-free jam that you've made at home, fantastic. If not, by choice, you can choose to use jam from the shop, but choose sugar-free if you can. You're next going to need a bowl of water to be able to dampen your hands with when you're rolling your balls. This is to stop the mix from sticking. Great, let's start rolling our donuts. There are 2 different techniques you can use to roll your donuts. This technique, you will need a small handful, and you shall roll it into a ball first of all, and then you're going to make a cup shape. You're going to make a cup shape just by pressing your fingers into the centre and squeezing out towards the side. When you've got your cup shape how you want it and you think it's deep enough, you're going to pop a small spoonful of jam into the centre of your cup. Not too much, because you don't want it to squirt out too much. Pop that to the side, and then you're going to need a smaller ball, which you're going to make flat and top the top of your cup with. Make it a little bit wet so that it sticks together. Squeeze the sides and it will come together. Any excess that you have got whilst you're squeezing around the sides, just break it off and put it back into the bowl of mix. Once you're happy with the shape, you can start to roll it into a ball. This will crease at the bottom, but as long as it looks like a donut shape, that's absolutely fine. Once you've got the shape you want, you're going to pop your donut into your cinnamon and roll it around until it is completely covered. Don't worry if you think, oh, this seems like a lot of cinnamon. Trust me, you won't barely taste the cinnamon when you bite into it. So that's the first method. So the second method, you take a smaller piece of dough into your hand and you're going to roll that into a ball also. Make sure it's well rounded before you start on the next process. And once again, you're going to push your fingers and thumbs into the center, but this time you're going to make a much deeper bowl. Now this method doesn't allow you to put quite as much jam into the bowl, and it is a little trickier to seal it. So pop a spoonful of jam into your dough bowl. And then you're going to begin to squeeze the edges in very gently, trying not to crack the underneath at the same time. Now you will find that your jam squeezes out just like it does in a normal jam donut with this case, and you are left with a little hole at the end afterwards, which can create more of a similar look to a standard donut. Roll it into a circle and then create the donut shape again. Once you're happy with your shape, you're going to pop it into your cinnamon again and coat both sides of it. Remember, if you're running out of cinnamon, just top it up. And it's the same process for all of them. Whichever technique you prefer to use is perfectly fine. You should get between 8 and 10 donuts as a final result. Once they're ready, pop them in the fridge just for a couple of hours to firm up, and they store for up to a week in an airtight container. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and come back and subscribe and come back to watch other videos for gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan and more.